Ladies and gentlemen, what it do? I'm your host, Young, Bo, Easy. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Knicks Vibes. Whew. Listen, man, before I get started, I want to say like, comment, subscribe, and share with your peoples. To all the new subscribers, man, thank you so much, man. I hope y'all keep tuning into the show. I'm going to keep putting out this content. And hopefully we could keep going on this journey together for a long time because I definitely love the vibes. No pun intended. But apologies, man, for missing out the other game when I said I was going to put out the content. I really wanted to. I just got caught up in Jersey and all that stuff. But anyway, that's a long story. Watch the game, though. Really interesting game, but then this game, man, is pretty much going to be the focus. I'm all smiles. I'm all smiles. You know what I'm saying? And I know if you're a Knicks fan, you all smiles as well, man. But this was a lot of positives. It's I'm gonna try to, I'm set up normally. I take my notes and I'm real good. You know what I'm saying? We got the new setup. You got this stats below. Um, but except for the second half, I'm just gonna wing it. But let's get into how this game started off, man. Starting lineup came out the gates and was pretty good, I would say, excluding Cam. Um, Cam had to fill in for Fournier's position, so that's not something easily to adapt to. Fournier is the one that's always on the move, so uh, for Cam, that's not his style of play. You know what I'm saying? He's more the ISO or slashing kind of player and things like that. So for him to fill in Fournier's role, you could tell that was, not going to work out at 100%. But it was an advantage defensively because of his length. He could do a lot with the wingspan that he has, and we was getting a lot of deflections um, from him and just the whole team as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing I would say with the starters when we first came out the gate. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the ball was tipped off, bench unit, man, I felt like when they first came out, it was too many guards. You had McBride, you had D Rose, you had Quickly, um, and it was kind of like you know what I'm saying. That height just we could penetrate, but at the same time you couldn't go up comfortably. So it was hard to break down the defense when it was just easy to cover the ground. It's not any big wings to like, give them a little bit of a challenge per se. You know what I'm saying? So when Jericho Sims came in and subbed in for Hartenstein, because Hartenstein didn't have like that type of game today, Jericho Sims came in and does what he does, and RJ came in and balanced out that discrepancy between as far as height went, and it was just D Rose and Quick, I believe, that stayed with RJ, and then we got moving. As soon as that happened, we everything pretty much balanced out, and we got a little lead. Once the starters came back in, it was like 40-48, and then that's when the starters came back, and it was just on from there, man. It was a great second quarter, man. Like I said, 40-48. When I would say the starters fully came back in. Uh, Once they did that, they only scored 14 points in the last 6 minutes of that second quarter, which was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? uh, and the point differential for the whole second quarter was 23-46 in our favor. 23-46. We doubled their points, man. Like balling out. Like bench starters, everybody was just balling out. Can't really say anything bad about anybody today. 72 points at the half. I believe we had 65 against the Pistons. So this is a great sign because we're putting the ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? We putting the ball in the hoop, and that's something I'm going to get into after. But 72 points at half, who is complaining? You know what I'm saying? 60 points at half is phenomenal. But we exceeded 65 2 games. I know it's preseason, but at the same time, you got these teams putting out, you know what I'm saying? It's their core out there. It's their, like, the people that's going to be playing during the season is who's out there right now. Maybe you could add a couple players for the Pistons that was missing. I know Burks and Noel, the guys that we sent off there, didn't necessarily play, and I believe there's maybe one or two people that I might be missing that's on that normal roster. But for the most part, that was their team. So these are their teams being put out there, uh, and we're still exceeding that 65 points per half. So it means we're putting the ball in the hoop. Third quarter, man, they came out, and I would say it wasn't anything too gruesome, but they threw the first punch, and Tibbs, as soon as he sees something that he don't like, it don't matter. He's calling timeout. We could come from a timeout, and then they score 1 3-pointer, and he'll call a timeout again. He does not hesitate. So Tibbs was in his bag. He did not like that at all. Call timeout, and next thing you know, we bring the ball down. Julius comes through, does a handoff to RJ, I believe. RJ comes through with the handoff to Brunson, if I'm not mistaken, gives it back to RJ, runs a screen with Mitch, and as soon as he gets off that screen, they throw it up, alley-oop, straight up the timeout. Mitch cranks it. So it was, I believe that's how it went. I believe Brunson was the one he handed it to, but that play came out so perfectly, which is something I'm also going to get into. But just to throw it out there, man, it's one of my complaints, if you've been watching the show, is we don't have any offense. The defense been playing good. Defense struggled at the beginning of the year last year, but then we started coming back and playing that defense that we knew we could play, especially having a coach like Tibbs whose focus is defense. But I always wanted something to be implemented offensively, and we're starting to see it. Guys are scoring much easier right now. We have an offense, like it's not too many plays where we looking stagnant and things of that nature. And even some of those plays where we are looking stagnant, we could just give it to our point guard and he makes something out of nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a point guard. If you haven't noticed, ladies and gentlemen, we have a point guard. The New York Knicks have a point guard who is under 30. Lord have mercy. He is in his prime. Jalen Brunson came through and he fits with this team immaculately. All right, but before I even get into things like that, let's get into the second half, man. Second half, like I said, they threw the first punch, but then we came through and started correcting it, and then we were steamrolling again. How were we steamrolling? I have two people that I was really, really worried about coming into this season. All right? Coming to this season, there's two people that I was really, really worried about. One is RJ Barrett. All right? My man, RJ Barrett, Broadway, RJ number 9. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Obi-Wan Kenobi. These are my two guys below me. Ladies and gentlemen, me, RJ Barrett and Obi-Wan. All right? Let's get it. RJ, I've been hoping RJ picks it up, and I'm seeing exactly that, and I feel like I'm seeing more than I wanted. The only thing that's going to have to play out, with time, because, the season starts to wear on you. But at the same time, I just want to see as the season starts. I already want to get the regular season going, but defensively. But RJ has come through, and his shot is butter from outside. RJ's three-point shot looks beautiful right now, and it's going in. It's going in at an efficient rate. RJ is shooting so efficient right now. This is what we need. This is what we need. And then, if you watch the show on a regular, and those of you that do, I love you dearly. My man Obi Toppin. I vouch for Obi just as much as anybody. And who leads the team in scoring tonight, playing 20 minutes? Obi Toppin. I be having a statement saying the dude could get 20 points in under 10 dribbles. Now, it took more than 10 dribbles, but he got 24 points in 20 minutes. What is we talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, what are we talking about? This man needs minutes, and he got 20 minutes today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a shout out to Tom Thibodeau. I want to give a shout out to Tom Thibodeau. But before I even get into that, RJ Barrett is moving like an all-star. Defensively will seal the deal because he had 16 points at half. At that point, I think Obi had like 10. He might have had 10 going in the half. RJ Barrett has 16 points at half. He's shooting so effortlessly. He's getting his buckets so effortlessly. And he's not dying on the court. He is not dying by no means. I don't know how many minutes he played today, but it's nowhere near that 37 or 35 that he normally has to play. This is beautiful, beautiful basketball. And Obi Toppin, listen, man. I was going to put out something and I had some technical difficulties and I couldn't put that out. 8th pick, one of the rants I went on, I'm speaking on the 8th pick. Only in New York, you'll see an 8th pick not get minutes. I believe Kevin Knox was the 8th pick. I believe Frank Ntilikina was the 8th pick. Now Obi Toppin, 8th pick. Only 8th pick you see dudes getting played less than 20 minutes in their first 2, 3, 4 years. Like, it's mind-blowing. You can go check the 8th picks for the last 10 to 20 years. And the only ones that haven't played 10 to 20 minutes, 20 minutes in their first 4 years are rookies that went to the Knicks. It's every other team that had the 8th pick, those players got burned. You got to throw these dudes in the fire sometimes. That's the only way you're going to know what you got. That's the only way you're going to know what you got. Now look, Obi off the Biznayi. If you don't know what that means, that's the bench. 24 points in 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the main screen. RJ Barrett, 27 points. 27 minutes, 18 points. 27 minutes is beautiful. A beautiful threshold to continue. And Quentin Grimes wasn't even playing. So, like I said, I want to give a shout out to Tom Thibodeau because this is what I'm talking about. Mainly, everybody was worried about how the minutes is going to be broken down with Obi and Julius Randle. Listen, if Julius Randle was playing 28 minutes, and I'm somebody who went on a rant as far as how much I don't want Julius and this, that, and the third. A part of that is still true, but what I am is loyal to my Knicks. If you have to play for the Knicks, I'm going to root for you. All right, so clean slate. Julius Randle is on the squad, but I couldn't ask for anything better, and I need tips to keep this going. 28 minutes on average for Julius. 20 minutes for Obi. We got to see it. We got to see it. You cannot play your 8th pick less than 15 minutes. It's not happening. If it's one of those games and Julius is hot and this, that, and the third, I don't mind him playing 32 minutes and Obi plays 16. Do your thing. And the way they're doing it now, sometimes he's bringing the ball up, but it's not like, oh, the offense is solely running through me. And it's so it's so spaced out because you have to literally respect everything that's going on. We know Jalen Brunson can hit a corner shot or 3-point just in general. RJ Barrett is hitting it at a different clip, so you have to respect it. Who else is on the court? Cam Reddish was on the court at a certain point, but if Fournier is there, it spreads the offense even more. And then you got Mitch just in that dunker spot. So you're not as comfortable double teaming Julius Randle. And he's not doing too much. He's getting in near that elbow. And one of my favorite plays, it was top of the third, and it was like and it seems like that's what's going on. Let's get the offense flowing. Everybody's touching the rock, and we just trying to find the open man. Essentially, we're playing basketball. Let's keep moving this ball until it finds that open man, and we hit our shots. Once we start hitting our shots and then we got a rhythm, everybody's playing how they're supposed to play, everybody's comfortable, then let's operate. Oh, they even forgot. We could give it to this man so he could cook. So it's been like 2-3 consecutive plays. My man is cooking. Do your thing. I don't mind it. Today he had 15 points. That's the type of thing that we need. Don't worry about getting the 20 points. Don't worry. Let's just play winning basketball. If he can do that, he's good with me. Julius Randle can do that, he's good with me. We get that offense flowing, everybody's shooting, we just hitting the open man and playing basketball and putting the ball in the hoop. Once all of that is, you know what I'm saying, and the focus is like, all right, well, they got scores all over the court, give it to him, and you can let him cook for a couple of possessions and all that stuff. But at the same time, if there's an open kick, like he did at a certain point, he got a nice euro. He could have went and got a little contested shot, kicked it out. RJ right there, another 3. Boom. This is the type of basketball that we need to be playing. This is winning basketball. Now, I didn't want to speak on records and all that stuff, and I know it's preseason and some might think I'm taking it a little too far, but this is a team that could surprise a lot of people. I was thinking if we were flirting with playing, we were at the bottom of the plane. This is my honest opinion. But this is a team that, if we keep playing like this, today we didn't even have our shooters. We didn't even have Fournier. We didn't even have Quentin Grimes. You know what I'm saying? And we still scored 130 plus points. I know it's preseason, but we're scoring 130 points. We are putting the ball in the hoop. What more could you ask for? We playing defense. What more could you ask for? This is what I'm talking about. So Tibbs, if you can hear me, man, this is what you're supposed to do. 28-20 between the Randle and Obi. We got to see Obi on the floor. We have to see Obi on the floor, and that's final. Today's been a great game. Next one is also against Indiana again. And, you know, that's always good because it's like, all right, cool, we got the film for both sides. We got the film. We could see what we did wrong. We could see, on this end. And for us, it's like, what could we clean up? Just like RJ stated in the post-game interview, it's some things we could clean up. So that is what it is, and we go and face them again and see what we can do. Can we still score another 110, 120 points? Are we still scoring 60 plus before the half? If so, 3 games in a row, I'm thinking this is the type of team that we got. We got a team that could finally put the ball in the hoop comfortably. Why? Because we got a point guard who came in and immediately is gelling with the squad. You got 6 people in double digits. Mitchell Robinson, 10 points in 19 minutes, along with 9 rebounds. RJ Barrett, 18, 3 and 2 in 27 minutes. Jalen Brunson, in 23 minutes, 17, 1 and 5. 15, 8 and 4 for Julius Randle in 22 minutes. 24 and 3 for Obi Toppin. 17-3-3 for Emmanuel quickly in 19 minutes. 17 points in 19 minutes. Bro, like what? the depth. The depth of this squad is next level. Next level. The depth of this squad is next level. This is how we're supposed to play basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I done said everything that I had to say. Thank you for rocking with me, man. Love, gratitude, positive attitude, man. We got another Pacers game coming soon. Hopefully y'all tune into the show on that one, man. And hey, man, I just appreciate y'all watching the show. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your peoples. Let's keep this thing going, man. Preseason, and then after that, let's get the regular season going. Knicks tape, man. You already know what it is. You already know what it is, man. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. I'll catch you on the next one.